G'day guys, welcome to my final Christmas clean with you before we hit Christmas in 2021. Can you believe it? So this year we are going to be doing HelloFresh, and we were just about to go for a bike ride and it rocked up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we're just unpacking it here. I hope this video gives you the motivation to get those tasks done before Christmas. There's a few cleaning things I want to get done, food to unpack, last minute shopping to do. So I hope this gives you some motivation, or if you just need a friend to do it with, let's do it together and get it done. This is the second time we've done HelloFresh for Christmas. We did it 2 years ago. We're doing it again this year. This year's going to be a bit of a tough year. It's the first one without Mum since she passed away. So I just thought by doing HelloFresh, I didn't need to plan too much. They've planned it all for me. We're just going to follow the recipes and we'll split it up, and each person will take a different dish. And as you can see here, unfortunately the gravy burst open into the packet. So Dave's just sorting that out. There's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. I'm stoked with how fresh everything looks, and it's even got some tips in its recipe book to how to keep everything as fresh as possible, like putting the herbs in a wet paper towel, which I'm not going to do now. We're off for a bike ride. I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here. Well, I've got news for you. I know you're waiting. Christmas is right here. It's time for it to reappear. Well, all around me I hear children singing. So what kind of cleaner are you? Do you like to clean the last minute before everyone arrives for Christmas Day, or do you like to do it a few days ahead? For me, I'm starting out on Wednesday and I'm going to finish off the living areas so that the day before I just do a sparkle. That's the goal anyway. So today I'm going to do a mop as well. But yeah, my mum was someone, she really liked to do it last minute. So Christmas Eve we'd be going around and moving stuff, or even Christmas Day in the morning before people came, we'd be... There's no doubt about it, Play-Doh makes a lot of mess, but the amount of independent play I get from it, and the kids get, and the joy and creativity and fine motor skills and all those great things, it's worth it for me. But I don't stress too much about it, so I've let it build up a little bit here, and I'm going to make a new batch. A lot of it came from the advent calendar and it's dried out, so I'll make some more. It's really simple to do. I've shared a recipe before, but the Mackenzie's cream of tartar from Woolies has a recipe on it, so if you want to make some, yeah, just follow that. It's really simple to do. I was going to chuck the dried Play-Doh outside, but I'm going to actually just sweep it all up because there is a lot of paper in there. What are your thoughts on Play-Doh? Do you mind the mess? Have you found a way to contain it? I'd love to know. I'm not going to put the Play-Doh back after this though. We'll have it away for a couple of days. There's going to be a lot more Christmas presents, so I always try when I'm cleaning to not put as much back. It just feels cleaner and fresh, and you can tell that you've mopped because I just haven't put as many of the items back as what was there before I vacuumed and mopped. Till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. Sometimes I move the toy kitchen out of the kitchen to give it a good mop underneath, but I'm not going to today. It's going to be fine under that rug. We did it not too long ago. But once I got down on my knees, I saw how dirty and messy the toy kitchen was. So I'm just sorting it out a little bit, giving it vac, giving it a good wipe over, getting some of those handprints and looks like blueberries or something on it. This kitchen we got from IKEA, and it still gets played with, which is awesome. A toy that grows with your kids. I've actually seen some people like full on decorate it and, you know, do a bit of a hack where they've turned it into like a boutique-y kitchen. We've just kept it the same. I've seen other people set it up so that actually running water comes from it, which is pretty clever.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you.
Some of the Christmas traditions that we've done, we like to do the gratitude trees, which you can see on the wall there, where each day we say something that we're thankful for. It was the first year that each kid's got one. I tend to start when they're 2, so it was my son's first year. So he's been thinking of different things. The first thing he was thankful for was cake, which is not surprising. And my daughter said me, which was super sweet. So that's one of our family traditions we do. We also do the stockings with the handprints on, which I've shared before. You know, watching Christmas movies, going and having a look at the Christmas lights. We'll go to a Christmas church service on Christmas Eve. And they like to do like a Christmas performance. I've got the foam Christmas tree over there so the kids can do that. We tend to also do some gingerbread ornaments, which we haven't done yet, but I reckon we'll get into that soon. I'd love to know, what are some of the Christmas traditions you've got? I heard of a new one which was on Christmas Eve. They read the night before Christmas, and they write one sentence in the front of the book that summarises the year. And I thought that was really special, so we might do that this year actually.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time, smile my dear.
Okay, so I'm just going to be mopping. What I like to do is 1 kettle full of boiling water, then a few drops of eucalyptus oil. I love that smell. And then some vinegar, probably 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. And then over here, I'm actually going to be creating a rinsing bucket just so that I'm not putting it back on the floor. Dave did this last time and it worked really well, and the floor looked a lot cleaner rather than just putting it back into that bucket. So it's a little bit more time, but it was worth it. The floor's cleaner, so I'm going to be doing it this time. Dave and I are off for a lunch date. We've been tending to do a bit more lunch dates rather than dinners of late. Just works easier with the kids. So we're off for a special lunch together, so that'll be nice. The kids have got their last day of early learning at the daycare centre, so they're off doing that. They love it. They love socialising. It's just been fantastic. I'm just really grateful that we've had that. Alrighty, back from lunch. While we were out, we went to the Bottle-O, Woolies, and we went to like a Providor, our local one, and we picked up some pies and a Christmas cake. So this Christmas cake cost a lot of money, but I can't do Christmas cakes. Well, not yet. I haven't tried. That was always something Mum did. So I've just bought one this year and I spent $35 on it and I have no regrets. So Woolies, grabbed milk, watermelon. Watermelon's not that cheap. We're going out tonight to catch up with some mums from the mums group, so I'm going to take the baked cheesecake and the watermelon, some baby wipes. Then in the Bottle-O, I spent way too much time thinking about this. When Dave and I did a road trip around Ireland, we went to the Jameson distillery, and I can remember having one of these and it was just delicious. So grabbed a lot of those. Then Santa likes that, or Mrs. Claus I should say. This one was pretty cheap. It was under $10 and it's from Marlborough region in New Zealand, and they always have great Sauv Blancs over there. Went Pepper Jack for the red for Christmas Day. Dave grabbed these. Our neighbours got us onto Hardee's and they were cheaper to buy 3, so we bought 3 and got Tooheys extra dry. So we went a bit crazy in the Bottle-O because, you know, when I buy online, I don't see the great selection. I just kind of see a couple, whereas today we just had a really good look at what they had. So that's what we bought. So I save a lot more money when I just do groceries online than when I go in store. I always just buy more. All right, so next I'm going to go onto the bathroom. This is a family bathroom, so I want to give it a really good clean. And I'm really going to get into that bath. And I'm going to be using the Dishmatic from our shower, which is half dishwashing liquid and half vinegar, and give it a really good clean. But as always, while I was here, I noticed that there is flies up the top here, so I like to work down. So I'm going to start up there and get rid of those first. So with our Christmas Day lunch, as you would have seen, we've got ham and we've got chicken. What do you tend to have for lunch on Christmas Day? Do you go hots? Do you go colds? Do you go seafood? Do you go the real traditional roasts and all the veggies? Let me know in the comments what your family loves to have at Christmas. Once the bathroom's clean, like I said, I know I'm going to have to do the mirror and the basin and the sink again, but at least this gives it a bit of a head start before I do the quick sparkle just before they come. Then I'm going to go on and do the floors, and I'm just using the same water. I like to do the kitchen area before going to the more dirtier bathrooms, laundry, toilet areas. I know it's not the best camera angle when I shut the door on you, but it's just so important to always clean behind the door because, you know, when you've got guests in there, they shut the doors and that is what they see. So a friendly reminder, shut your doors and see what is behind them.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is.
Alrighty, before I put all these chairs down, I'm going to give them a clean. I'm just using vinegar and water. I'm going to give them a nice wipe down. This is an old organ seat that 4-year-old sits on when she's having her meals. It's a great height and it's very easy to get on and off, so that's what she sits on. Looking at these chairs, I'm like, oh, these are so well worn. I'm expecting that we won't take them to our new house. They're just, the seat covers are kind of starting to fall apart, and we've already lost 2 of them, so we've only got 4. We did have 6, but they just broke. But that's life. We don't live in a display home. We use our items, and so they're gonna get worn. Alrighty, like I said, I'm going to bring a couple of items back. I'm going to bring our shoe box and the table and the chairs. I'm going to take the mat that was under it and put it over near the cars so they can do some car play with it, driving on roads and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to bring as much stuff back. It just doesn't look as cluttered. It feels fresh and great. Now, I haven't got everything done before Christmas. I still need to clean the office, which is where my dad's going to sleep, the playroom, and the front room. So I'll do that tomorrow or the next day, just a little bit at a time, and then by the time they get here it will be all done. So thank you so much, guys. If you've watched this, have a wonderful Christmas. We really value your support throughout the year of us and this channel. Have an awesome Christmas, and thank you so much for being here. Take care and stay safe. Bye.